Okay, everybody, back to the problem. So, kanina, if you watch my first video of this activity, what we did muna is get the value of x. Now, what we're gonna do is the solving criteria. Solving for the surface area and volume. Now, what we're gonna do is to fill up the chart. Alright? So, let's start with the rectangular prism. Everybody knows for rectangular prisms, they're very easy. Okay? So now this to remember our table of measures. Ito yun Tandaan mo yung table of measures namin. 206 for 10x plus 6 inches. 64 inches for this one. 85 inches for this one. And then the height of the figure is 132 inches. Okay? So now let's solve for the surface area and volume of the shape. Okay? Let's start with the rectangular prism muna. For the rectangular prism, you know that you're supposed to get 6 faces. Tama? So this is what we did. First, we need to get the figure in inches squared. So ganito kasi yung nangyari. Okay, so ito yung solution sheet ng number of faces in a prism. So, we need 6 faces. For phase 1, ito yung formula na ginawa ko. It's this 2. I multiplied the two numbers together. 206 times 85. Remember, 206 is this one. And then times the 85. This one. Yes, this one. And this one. That means top and bottom. And we should get 1,000, ano yung sagot? 70,518.24. On the right, it says can't count in combined. You will see why later. Next, we have 1,700 again. That's for phase 2 because they are congruent, diba? Now, what about the others? We need 4 more, diba? So, what about for phase 3? Ang ginawa namin for phase 3, you should get 13,184. Ano yung solution na ginawa namin? Ang ginawa namin ay these two. Pinadat ko yung dalawa. 206 and 64. Remember this guy? Yes. The front and the back. Kung sa tingin mo yung ginawa kanina, it's just the top and the bottom. Now what we're doing is the front and the back. So tama, we should get 13,184. Okay? In both sides. Then for the last one, sides na lang. So, ang ginawa namin sa sides, ito yun. The remnant na lang, kung sino yung wala. Kung sa tingin mo sa first set, ang ginawa namin ay ganito. Yung dalawang to, kung nakikita mo, tapos yung pangalawa ay yung ganito, excluding of the second one, tapos the last one, excluding of the first one. Pinadak ko yung dalawa. Yes. And with that, you should get an answer of 5,442.56 square inches. That's what will happen if you multiply the sides. That is 85, which is this one, and then times this thing, the height, 64. Okay? And when we sum this up all together, sinum ko lahat. Because remember, in surface area, you need to get the total sum. And you're supposed to get 72,289.6 square inches. So, yun po yung sagot. Yan. So, we have our answer. But, that's only in square inches. Remember, we still need to convert that to square feet, square centimeters, and square meters. How do we do that? First, let's convert that to square feet muna. To convert your answer into square feet, ganito kasi yung nangyari. Diba, remember this is square inches, diba? So, to convert that to square feet, we know 1 foot is 12 inches. Remember, since it's square, we're gonna have to square it. So, therefore, your answer should be divisible by 12. 144. So, we should get, what's the answer? Okay, coming forward to the solution sheet, it's this one, this cell, yung naka-highlight in blue, divided by 144. We know that 144 is 12 squared. And we should get, yes, 502.0111. That is the surface area of the prism in square feet. Now, we need to use that in square centimeters. So, for square centimeters, ganito siya. Okay. So, ganito yun in square centimeters. Ang ginawa namin, we did it this way. We know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. But because we're gonna square it, it's 6.4516. That is the answer. Alright? So, now what we did, I think there's a shortcut to it. Diba, I remember going back to my solution sheet here, we have this answer, right? Do you still remember this answer? The 72,289.6. What we did, we put that in square inches, and then we multiplied that by 2.54 squared, which was the formula which I did here. So, ang ginawa ko ay 72,289.6 times 2.54 squared. And with that, you should get, yes, 466,383.58. Then last, we need to convert that to square meters. For square meters, we know 1 meter is worth 100 cm. So therefore, what we did, we shift the decimal point 4 places to the left, which makes it 46,638 and 358. So yun po yung sagot. So yan, so that's our answer. But that is in square meters, alright? Now for the volume. For the volume, maiksi lang to. To get the volume, ang gagawin lang namin, just do length times width times height. Diba? So ito yung ginawa ko. Ang ginawa ko, I did the product of the three. The product of AP99 to AP101. To see where it is, come along with me. Nakikita mo yung tatlong naka-highlight dyan? That's what I multiplied all together. And then when I multiplied all the factors together, I should get this answer, which is 24.03 something. That's in cubic inches, alright? Yan, 100, tama ba? 112,116.7.4. That's in cubic inches. Okay? And then, you might be asking me what this is because I'm converting that to cubic yards. So, here's the formula to cubic yards. I will show you the formula. Ayan, so yan yung gagawin ko. 1 yard is 36 inches, di ba? Or 3 feet. But, because we're squaring it, we're converting that to square yards, so we're gonna have to distribute the exponent to 36 inches. So, therefore, we divide our answer, which is, ano yung sagot namin? 1,112,000 something divide by 36 squared. So, yun yung ginawa ko dito. Ang ginawa ko dito ay ito. Ang ginawa ko ay, you see the one naka-highlight? I divide that by 4,656. So, you might be asking me, what's that 4,656? Ganito siya. Let me type it for you. Di ba, remember, tinype ko 36. Then, carat 2. Yeah. Tama ba? Mali eh. Ay, sorry pala. That's cubic pala. Kasi ito ba, remember, ang ginawa namin square, di ba? So, that's cubic pala. Sorry pala, folks. So, ganito kasi, di ba, remember, ang ginawa ko ay 36, then carat, di ba, remember, ay pindutin mo yung equal. Then, 36 carat 3. Tama, it's 46,656. That's for cubic yards. And with that, ang ginawa ko ay, ito yung formula na ginawa ko. I use this cell, and then divide that by 36 cubed. And we should get 24.030508. That's what happens if I convert that to cubic yards. Alright? Now, what about for this last one? The last one, I asked you to convert that to cubic centimeters. For cubic centimeters, we know that 1 inch is 2.54. But because we're cubing it, it's 2.54 cube. So, ganito siya. Ah, yes. So, therefore, 1 cubic inch is equivalent to, that's my conversion pala. 1 cubic inch is 16.3874,604. So, ganito siya yung ginawa ko. It's 2.4 times 2.54 times 2.54. 3 times. So, carat 3. Because when we say carat, ibig sabihin exponent. Tapos, ang ginawa ko dito, ito na. So, what I did here, ganito siya to convert it. To convert that, we know that 1 cubic inch is 16.33870. So your answer, which you see here, ang sagot ko dito, multiplied by 16.38. So what did you get? Or 2.543. Scar 3. You should get, wow, that's a large answer. What? 18,372,641. Grabe, ang layo ha. So yun yung sagot. Okay, so yun yung sagot. Alright? That's the volume of the figure in cubic centimeters. But wait, malapit na tayo matapos, okay? Malapit na, relax ka lang. Kasi nga, the easiest part now is to convert that to liquefied units. So to convert that to liquefied units, mabilis lang yan. First, we convert that to milliliters. And to convert that to milliliters, the first thing you need to do is to convert that to cubic centimeters first. Once it's already on cubic centimeters, you're gonna have to convert that to milliliters. Of course, it's still the same value, but just change your unit. Then the next thing we need to do is to convert that to centiliters. So for centiliters, mabilis lang yun. Remember, where's the decimal point? It's right here, right? And 1 centiliter is worth 10 ml. So since this is ml, we're gonna have to move the decimal point 1 place to the left. So 1. So therefore, ang sagot namin ay 1,837,264.1 cubic centiliters. Yes. And for liters, going back to liters, we divide that by 1,000. Or if we were to use centiliters, we know 1 liter is 100 centiliters. So we move the decimal point 2 places to the left, or 3 if you're using centiliters, or 3 places to the left using milliliters. Yan. So ito yung sagot. Yes. And that's it. To go back to your solution sheet here, ito dapat yung sagot namin. Okay. And that's good. We're just done with only one set, which is the rectangular prism. Actually, we're still not yet done because we still need to do rectangular prism and both. So you better watch the next part of so you better watch part 3 so that I will show you how to do the rectangular pyramid naman. See you later.